Angelo Moratti. This is 10 Minutes to Inspire. Callum, thank you for joining 10 Minutes to Inspire, Tech.Emotion podcast. You're a serial entrepreneur. You're based in London. We met each other a couple of years ago. What was the first feeling that you had when you were young that propelled you to make a choice to become an entrepreneur?
So I didn't find this out until my mid to late 20s, but I actually have Asperger's. And when I was a child, I always found it really hard to communicate to people. Building things seemed more natural to me, or talking to machines, which is now what the company does. It gives humans a way to talk to very complex industrial environments. And I used to go and stay at my grandparents' house a lot. My granddad was a structural engineer for Bywater, and he had a garage full of things that you should never give a child. I used to love spending hours and hours and hours in there, putting together valves and pipes and pumps. That made me want to build. And when you say entrepreneur, to me, I hear just creator, builder. I've always thought of myself as someone who builds new things.
So I understand that you choose to develop a path of building companies to actually escape from the root of your problem. Doesn't the very fact that you choose to build companies actually help you to develop great relationships?
Yeah, I had to learn that. I thought for so many years, talent and product quality was all that mattered in building companies. I had to kind of develop a skill set of narrative, of storytelling, of interpersonal relationships, of understanding behavioral psychology, the way that teams operate, especially high-functioning teams. It's helped me mature a lot as an individual, and also grow like new skill sets and become more of a complete person rather than just an engineer. But yeah, building things is a very safe space for me. Building companies was really difficult. So I really enjoyed difficult things. So learning how to build a company well, and I'm doing this for the second time now, has been just one of the most pleasurable experiences ever, because it's the most difficult thing on earth.
How do you deal with failure?
I'm kind of okay with failure. Somebody told me a long time ago when I was a kid, I think it was one of my sports teachers. It's like, if you're not willing to be bad at something, you'll never be good at anything. I have this innate ability to keep showing up. I did it in martial arts, I did it in school, I did it in company building. I will just keep showing up until I'm the best at what I do, or at least continuously improving. Failure is horrible, because typically when you fail, you have no friends. Nobody wants to speak to you or associate with you. But that's also how you develop some of the most impactful and meaningful relationships in your career. The people that show up for you when it sucks are the people worth, sticking around with.
So a few years ago, you decided to embark on a project to change the oil industry. Yeah. Tell me how it all started.
Sure. So I've been an expert in residence for PhD AI teams at Imperial College for 7 years. In my first year of doing that, I met my co-founder, Sam Tukra. Sam, to this day, is the most gifted technologist I've ever worked with. And after the third session I had with Sam, I couldn't imagine a future of not building a company with Sam. Now, I helped Sam with his first business. It went into the NHS. Then Sam went and led AI for Hitachi and then Shell. And 4.5 years ago, Sam called me with a problem that he wanted to work on with me. The problem was outrageously complex, really difficult. Sam was the most excited I've ever seen him, and he is still to this day about this problem. And one of the key drivers in my whole life is working on hard problems with people that excite me every single day. The problem that Sam found is arguably the largest and most valuable problem today. The energy industry, oil refineries, petrochemical facilities, LNG, they're the most consequentially under-optimized places on Earth. Not only that, but when you look at how compute is dispersed throughout the planet. We spend $6 trillion a year on optimizing the virtual world, like the internet. Less than 2% of that spend is spent on optimizing the physical world. So when you look at where AI is going to have the most impactful outcomes, the physical world is actually the frontier of AI. So a combination of hard problem, high impact, and someone who I couldn't imagine a better life spent working alongside as a scientist. He's an AI scientist. I'm a mechanical engineer. We spent about a year together in deep research, just self-funded. And then when we'd put together a product that solves this kind of a hyper object that you needed to solve, when we put together that product and got our early traction, there was no turning back. We're now doing this forever. Maybe we don't want to get into the vision of the business right now, but the genesis moment was exceptional talent that was also a kindred spirit and wanted to work on a generational problem.
How do you deal with success?
I don't know if I call myself a success or if it matters or factors into any decision making or kind of makeup of my inherent value or self-perceived value as a person. I think success is just, it's the product of thousands of hours spent in the dark doing really hard work and being self-critical at every moment in time. I don't know, it's a strange question to ask. No, it's not a strange question to ask, it's a strange question to answer. I don't think about it at all. I guess that's the truest answer.
Probably the best way to deal with it, right?
Yeah, I don't care about it. Yeah.
Do you use the family, so your wife, your kids, to kind of balance out the hectic and life under pressure that you lead during your work time?
Yeah, I come from a working class Scottish background. I work so hard to make sure that they're safe. I was unwilling to compromise on my excitement or my contribution to the planet in working hard. Like I could go do crypto or something. I'm a fairly competent individual. So independent financial status while working on a problem that is meaningful, not just today, but has been for 4 years and will be for the next 40, is all about them. They're the reason I work so hard, and they deserve someone to work as hard as I do.
Let's say you're successful with Kashmir Intelligence. Would you see yourself in 10 years selling the company and starting another company? Or do you see yourself in 10 years keeping the company and taking it to the next level?
No. So everything we do on Earth, we're going to do off-world, and we're going to do it at 10 times the volume we do it here. I'm a massive sci-fi fan. But it's fast becoming a reality. So when we refine feedstocks here, we convert natural gas, we produce chemicals and drugs, and we build machines here. Within the next 30 years, we're going to start doing that off-world. Those facilities are not going to be staffed. They're going to require autonomous superintelligence to run them. And the vision for the business is to make sure that we have a technology that's capable of running those off-world facilities. I want to build this company forever. My hero is Andrew Carnegie. And I at some point, I'd like to have a statue next to his in my hometown. But no, this isn't sort of an IPO and go thing. This is forever. This is the single moment in time when you can be part of the same epoch shift that like Netscape or Google or kind of MySpace brought, or the early telco plays like 3G, 4G, 5G. This is a much bigger epoch shift. And if you're not building in it now, I don't know what else you're doing. It's the most exciting technology to be involved in.
Well, this is exactly the answer that I wanted to hear. So thank you so much. Welcome again to 10 Minutes to Expire. It's been great to have you here, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your days in Milan.
Thank you,
Callum.
Angelo.
Thanks.
Thank you very much.